hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
Y'all already know this Diddy drama. It's not just tea anymore. It's a whole teapot exploding every 5 seconds. And just when we thought we were done gagging from the last twist, boom, another scandal lands in our laps. And this one, oh honey, it comes with holy water, designer suits, and a mega church about to burst into flames. Because guess who just got dragged straight into the eye of the Diddy hurricane? Bishop T.D. Jakes, yes, him.
If Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be 2 reasons. Money or sex. That's all that happens at Diddy parties.
The man, the myth, the Sunday sermon powerhouse just mysteriously stepped down from the Potter's house, his own spiritual empire. And baby, the rumor mill is spinning like a washing machine in overdrive. Some say it's his health, others are whispering about new business ventures. But guess who's not buying it? Monique. Chili, she said, put your polite theories away because she's got a whole other scoop. And it all points right back to Diddy and his after-drip activities. Allegedly, the church higher-ups, they peeped what was brewing, saw that Diddy chaos on the horizon, and were like, nope, not on our Sunday pews. So they nudged Bishop Jakes to take the exit before the congregation got hit with a full-on spiritual PR disaster. And Monique, oh baby, she's got the real receipts, or so she claims. And she is screaming from the rooftops. No whispers, no riddles. She's ready to spill.
He said, and then it's on the internet. He's doing all of this, right? And then there's a woman on the
Let's stop for a second, realize just how huge this is. This ain't your average church newsletter. T.D. Jakes is global. This man is the face of Black American spirituality. He's preached to millions. Presidents like George W. Bush and Barack Obama tapped him for advice. He delivered eulogies for Whitney Houston and Aretha Franklin. T.D. Jakes isn't just a pastor, he's an institution. And now, that institution is crumbling. Because behind the sermons and spiritual pep talks, something murky might have been lurking. And Monique, she's connecting the dots, baby. She's siphoning that stepping down to explore new ventures excuse and calling it what she believes it really is, an escape route. According to her, Bishop Jakes didn't decide to walk away. He was pushed out to protect everyone's polished Sunday image from getting hit by the Diddy storm. So what's Monique's big theory? That Jakes was sipping too deep from Diddy's party punch. We're talking VIP invites, wild scenes, lights, status, chaos, the works. Now, with accusations flying, including trafficking and drugging, T.D. Jakes allegedly wants to vanish before things blow up. And here's the juicy twist. Monique says Diddy's got the real ones, audio, video, photos, and maybe even footage that could ruin everyone in that circle.
So you can stop dragging people and arguing with people and fighting and just log off. All you do is just hit the button. Right there.
Word on the street is that Bishop Jakes is terrified of being dragged, named, called to testify, exposed, linked, anything. And the only way to protect his kingdom? Disappear. Leave before it all comes crashing down. Baby, it's damage control 101. Let's not forget, Jakes spent decades building a bulletproof image. Best-selling books, box office sermons, Hollywood connections. He was the pastor who could wear a suit and still speak to the streets. But Monique's calling foul. Because when you're seen at certain parties, Diddy's parties, you can't keep preaching purity on Sundays and acting like nothing happened Monday to Saturday. According to whispers, Jakes wasn't just a fly on the wall. Oh no, he was in it, in a circle. These weren't your auntie's backyard barbecues, honey. These were invite-only, lock your phone at the door, secrets in every room kind of nights. And now, the mask might be slipping. Diddy's mess is unraveling, and Jakes, he's right in the line of fire.
Why do you think he was going to these parties?
I think that he's going to the Diddy parties, you know. Bruh. If he's going, well, we know he's going to the Diddy parties, and I know that it's, I know what usually happens at the Diddy party, or what we told us happened at the Diddy party.
Let's break this next part down. This ain't fluff. This is hard evidence, court filings, federal accusations. We're talking about that explosive lawsuit by producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones. the same man who claimed he was drugged, threatened, and surrounded by criminal chaos in Diddy's world from 2022 to 2023. That lawsuit, 98 pages of madness, and buried in there, boom, to Jake's name. Not as a defendant, but mentioned in a very specific, very deliberate context. According to the claim, Diddy wanted to use his relationship with Bishop Jakes to clean up his image after Cassie Ventura sued him. You know, the Cassie lawsuit that left everyone gagging. Now think about that. Diddy cornered and panicked, hoping a spiritual heavyweight like Jakes could perform some divine PR. That's not a casual name drop. That's calculated.
Maybe he need to see it for himself, man. Maybe he need to go there and really be involved in some things that could help save some individuals while they going to those parties. Or maybe he just going to, man, it's hard to even talk about why would you find a religious man, you know, when you know that
And then came Christmas 2023. Instead of peace and joy, Jakes had to step on stage and put out a spiritual fire. The internet was ablaze with rumors he'd been spotted at Diddy's infamous parties. Yes, those parties. Bishop Jakes tried to clean it up during a Christmas Eve sermon, calling it all ridiculous. Misunderstanding. But y'all, instead of giving a strong "no, I wasn't there," what did he do? He started talking about repentance, about forgiveness, about the blood, then said, "But I ain't got to repent about this." What? Who says that if they were 100% innocent? People were shook. The way he framed it, the tone, the message, it felt more like he was pre-canceling himself. Like he was preparing folks for when the truth eventually slipped out. It wasn't a denial, it was a spiritual cushion.
the saints supposed to separate themselves from the sinners, and why would a religious man like himself be at a party which ain't nothing but sin that's going on, bro? Whether it's drinking, maybe fornicating, maybe, like I said, men on men, women on women. It's hard to put in perspective unless.
And honey, that wasn't even the first time Jakes' name got caught up in the Diddy current. In 2022, a video leaked TD Jakes front and center celebrating Diddy's 53rd birthday in LA. Like, really there? The Christian internet, it had a meltdown. People were like, what is a man of God doing at a party like that? Because you'll know those Diddy parties aren't known for Bible study and choir practice. They're known for excess, scandal, and behavior that would make a nun faint. And the party, it wasn't a quick stop in. There were smiles, cameras, handshakes. It was a whole thing. People started asking if this was really a one-time visit or something deeper. So the damage control kicked in fast. So right after that viral birthday clip of Jakes chilling at Diddy's wild 53rd birthday bash hit social media, the Christian community imploded. Like literally imploded. Memes, reaction videos, TikToks, dissecting every frame. People weren't just surprised, they were devastated. Like, what was a mega pastor doing in that kind of environment? And not just any party, a Diddy's party, the kind of scene known for flowing liquor, mystery rooms, and a who's who of Hollywood's night crawlers. Suddenly, the whole man of God image started to look wobbly. And then came the PR cleanup crew. Derek Williams, executive VP of TD Jakes Entertainment and fellow party guest, popped up to explain. He told the Christian Post the party stop was nothing but a quick business detour, Monkey said. He made it sound like Jake swung by just to say hi to the former chairman of Revolt, whose network just so happened to stream Jake's sermons. That's business, saints, he said. They even claimed Jakes was only there to record a birthday message for Diddy, then dipped. But social media wasn't buying it. People were like, business trip or not, why was a pastor even near that kind of crowd? Especially when the vibes at Diddy's parties are legendary for being, well, the opposite of holy. And if that wasn't enough fuel on the fire, guess what happened next?
He's involving himself what is actually going on at the parties. It's hard, brother. Bro, you know, you can't, I really don't know why, as a spiritual advisor to him, that they buddy when he got a party with him like that and be at his parties. It's got to be, maybe it's something more that meets the very inappropriate of a man of a cloth to be at a party like that and then dancing across the stage, because he's dancing at Diddy party. But you have to understand that maybe his house ain't right.
A formal statement dropped. It said any accusations to the contrary are wholly unsubstantiated, unverified, and false. But let's be real. That sounded like a legal checklist, not a genuine denial. Instead of closing the case, it opened a whole new chapter. Now, folks weren't just asking what TD Jakes was doing at the party. They were asking what else is hiding behind the robes and robes of holiness. And then enter Gene Deal. Yes, the Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard. And let me tell you, Gene came in swinging. This man wasn't gossiping from the sidelines. He was in the room, paid to protect Diddy during those jaw-dropping, rumor-fueled years. He saw everything, heard everything, knew everything. And when Gene opened his mouth, the ground shook. He claimed TD Jakes wasn't just some drive-by guest at those wild, no-camera-allowed parties. According to Gene, Bishop Jakes was allegedly participating in the madness. Not just nodding politely, participating. Let that sink in. This wasn't coming from a hater. This was from someone on Diddy's page, someone who had nothing to gain from dragging a bishop unless it was real. And now, everything started unraveling. Jean painted a picture of Bishop Jakes not as a holy outsider, but as a trusted inner circle member, someone who had access, someone who was invited to places most people never even knew existed, places where rules didn't apply and where reputations went to die. And when the bodyguard speaks, people listen, because it means there are no more excuses, no more misunderstandings. It means Monique might not be so crazy after all. Then came the next twist. Y'all ready for this? Word on the street is that Diddy, yes, while locked up and watching his empire burn, reached out to Bishop Jakes, hoping for help, hoping for salvation. The idea that Jakes, with his spiritual clout, presidential contacts, and Hollywood respect, could pull some behind-the-scenes strings and get Diddy some relief. Maybe not full freedom, but at least a break from the tidal wave crashing down on him. But guess what? TD Jakes allegedly told him no, straight up. He was already getting heat just from being named in the lawsuits. Helping Diddy would have been like tossing gasoline on a fire that's already swallowing up everything in sight. So he backed away, quietly, but did he? Did he not take that? Well, rumor has it, he snapped. He allegedly warned Jakes, don't play with me, because guess what Diddy supposedly has? Research. We're talking videos, audios, screenshots, pictures from those unholy nights, stuff that could do more than just ruin a rep, stuff that could land someone behind bars. People say Diddy made it clear, you walk away, I'll expose you. And that, my loves, was the final straw. TD Jakes knew it wasn't just his public image on the line, it was his freedom. And suddenly that polite resignation from the church started to look like a full-blown flee the country plan. Because get this, there are whispers that Bishop Jakes is planning to leave the country before Diddy's trial begins on May 5th. They say he's packing up, ghosting the scene, and trying to stay far, far away from the courtroom. Not just to dodge questions, but to dodge subpoenas, cameras, testimonies, the works. And the internet is in full meltdown mode. People are digging, connecting dots, rewatching old sermons looking for clues. And Monique, she's standing on the sidelines like, told y'all, now look. This isn't just a fall from grace, this is a spiritual implosion. And the receipts? Allegedly sitting in a vault somewhere ready to make headlines at any moment. The question now is, what's next? Because if even a fraction of what Gene and Monique are saying is true, the walls aren't just closing in on Diddy, they're caving in on everyone who ever stood next to him with a smile and a champagne glass.